Hello, and welcome to another adventure with Exploring with Jason. Today, we're here in Stow, Ohio, visiting the grave of one of the local and probably one of the famous people here in Stow, Ohio, but not only in Ohio, but here in the U.S. He's a gospel singer by the name of George Younce. Yonce. And you may have heard his name, you may have not heard his name. Nevertheless, he is noteworthy that oftentimes people have forgotten about him. So come join me on this on this adventure as we learn and explore and visit the grave of George Younce and his family. George Wilson Younce was a Southern gospel band vocalist known for performing the Southern Gospel Quartet, especially with the Cathedral Quartet. He was born in Patterson, North Carolina, and was the youngest of four siblings. His father was the biggest influence and when he was a young kid. Younce decided that he wanted to be a singer, and in 1936, the Younce family moved to Lanier, North Carolina. At the age of 15 years old, in his hometown, George received his first taste of Southern gospel music. As a teenager, Younce joined his first quartet, known as the Spirituaries. But when his voice changed, he switched to the bass part that would be a part of where he would sing the rest of his life. Over the next decade, he traveled with such groups such as Homeland Harmony Quartet, the Weatherfords, the Florida Boys, the Blue Ridge Quartet, and others. In September of 1936, the Cathedral Trio became the official group of Rex Humbards in the Cathedral of Tomorrow in Akron, Ohio. In 1964, Younce joined forces with lead singer Glenn Payne, tenor Bobby Clark, and baritone piano player Danny Coker to form the Cathedral Quartet. Out of the trio, they turned toward the world for 36 years. Younce performed on the Gaither Homecoming Tour and at Radio City Music Hall and Carnegie Hall in New York City. And he also performed, him and the rest of the group performed at the Billy Graham Crusade in Cleveland and Nashville. Ohio, Nashville, Tennessee. He traveled, he televised appearances that include Rice Humbard Hour, the Gospel Sing Jubilee, the Gaither Homecoming Hour, NBC Today Show, the Nashville Network, Primetime Country, and the Statler Brothers shows. So, Younce was a 14-time recipient of the Singing News Fan Award for favorite Southern Gospel Bass singer. He was a gospel, quote, living legend, end quote, of the year in 1988, and was inducted into the Southern Gospel Music Hall of Fame, that was located in Dollywood. In 1988, he was also inducted into the Gospel Hall of Fame, he was also inducted into the Gospel Hall of Fame in 1999. His achievements include he received the Lifetime Achievement Award, and also he was awarded in 2004 the SGN Scoops Diamond Lifetime Award, Achievement Award. He recorded well over 100 projects, including the award-winning Symphony Orchestra. Younce also wrote several of the classics, include Yesterday in 1998. He also recorded the first of 3 solos projects. Two of his projects earned him 2 GMA nominees for the Dove Awards in the Southern Gospel album of the year category. The third present a collection of some of his favorite hymns, with the death of his longtime friend and the cathedral partner, Glenn Payne. In October of 1999, Younce was failing kidneys, and the cathedral retired in December of 1999. In the fall of 2000, he appeared for the first time without the cathedral as a solo performer in Parkersburg, West Virginia, on a show called An Evening with George Younce and Ernie Hodge. Later in his career, he sang with the old friends, cathedral tenor Ernie Hodge, the Southern Gospel legend Jess Hodge, and baritone Wesley Pritchard, and pianist Gary Jones. Younce also was in several of the Billy Graham production and produced the Gator Pond children videos. Although he had to stop officially touring, he did make occasional appearance. With son-in-law Ernie, and a new quartet that Ernie has, and the signature sound of his friend Bill Gaither, and the homecoming tour. He also suffered a heart attack from trouble as well as kidney failure, and was on dialysis during the later years of his life. Younce died April 11, 2005, with his wife Clara, who would have celebrated his 50th wedding anniversary on April 27th. On August 10, 2009, George's daughter died at age 47. Then on December 31st, 2017, George's youngest daughter Tara, would die at age 42 from cancer. On May 12, 2020, Clara his loving wife would die at the age of 83 from heart failure. And here's the family graves. You got Tara, you got Dana, and you got Tara Lee, and then you got Clara, and the big boy himself, Robert Younce, or George Younce, sorry. And what a legend. Not too many people know about him. And he oftentimes is forgotten about. So, when you're here, please pay your respects to George and his family, especially George, because he is one that's oftentimes forgotten about, especially in the Christian, in the Christian community. If you like what you see, and if you like the content, give me a like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And I look forward to seeing you on the next adventure.